Hello, 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 hello. I hope you've had a great day. Listen, tonight your Tuesday Talks is going to be still on the topic of fasting. We're still talking about fasting because we are in the Lent season. Because we are in the Lent season, I want to equip you in reference or in regards to fasting. I know a lot of people are talking about, well, what does fasting mean? Remember, if you subscribe to my email list, you were able to get a free ebook. If you have not subscribed to my ebook, please scroll down in the Divine and God Ministries Facebook page and look where it talks about the emailing list, or you can go on my YouTube channel and you can subscribe there. I posted a video about fasting. So if you click on the video on the YouTube channel, if you click the arrow below, when you go to the description, you will see the link. Facebook group. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll be able to scroll down and you will see as of April 25th, where I posted a link that if you join my email list, you can receive a free ebook on fasting. All right. So again, I thank you all for your support. Without you all, there will not be a Divine and God ministry. So I greatly appreciate you all. I greatly appreciate you inviting friends. I greatly appreciate you growing the community. Invite people to join Divine Watchmen. Please invite them to like the Divine and God page. I love you all so much. But tonight, I want to talk about fasting and still want to help you with scriptures where you can go and study with fasting. And on Sunday, I did a check-in video. I did a check-in video for you to go and look at some scripture in Esther. I told you to read Esther, the 4th chapter, in regards to them fasting. They fasted 3 days because they were trying, Mordecai was letting Queen Esther know that, hey, everything determines whether we live or not. So she said, well, we're going to fast so our prayers can get so our prayers can be heard by God. So they fasted for 3 days. And if you research carefully, they fasted 3 days with nothing but water. That's all. They had a liquid diet. Now, disclaimer, if you do a liquid diet, please consult with your doctor. Please do not do anything without your doctor giving you the permission to do. Okay? I always give a disclaimer. Please just do a disclaimer about a liquid diet. Because some people are diabetic, some people have heart issues. So make sure you get your doctor's permission to do that. But I want to give you some more scripture to read about. First of all, I want to make sure we realize that our fasting is to be done in humility. Everybody is not to know that you're fasting unless you're doing a corporate fast with your family, your friends. You may know, y'all may know about each other's fasting, but it is not to be broadcast to let everybody know, hey, I'm fasting. Hey, I'm doing this. I'm fasting. I'm doing that. No, you don't have to let anybody know that. It will show. It will show. People will sense a different air about you, or a different air about how you're carrying yourself. You do not have to wear a t-shirt saying that I'm fasting. So make sure you're fasting in humility. Make sure you're fasting in humility, okay? That's the first thing I want to talk about. Second thing I want to do, I want to give you some scriptures to empower you on your fast. I want to give you some scriptures that you can go read. The first scripture that I want you to go read, or the first chapter that I would like for you to go read, is Exodus, the 34th chapter. I want you to go read that. This is the scriptures that I'm giving you is a series of prayer calls, okay? A series of calls for prayer. And when they got ready to pray, they often fasted. As I told you all, this is my second fast. I started fasting January 26th. And to February 26th, now I'm in my 40-day Lent fast. So it's a shift, it's a change. There's a lot of things changing in my life. I see God opening up doors. And I have been not just fasting for myself, but interceding on the behalf of others. So please know you can be fasting for somebody. You might take the day and say, well, I'm fasting for XYZ because I know that they have that going on. Let's stand in the gap for others. Let's not just make it all about us. Let's stand in the gap for others. But one of the first scriptures I want you to go read are books in the Bible. I want you to read Exodus, the 34th chapter. I want you to go read Exodus, 34th chapter. I want you to read Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter. Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter. And I also want you to read Ezra, 8th chapter. Ezra, the 8th chapter. And in those books that I've given you, I want you to study what they did with fasting. I want you to read. I want you to highlight. Please make sure you are journaling during this fasting time. Please make sure you're writing down things. Please make sure, you are watching the hand of God do things, heal your body and all those types of things. So please make sure you are journaling as you fast through these 40 days, okay? So I want you to read Exodus 34th chapter. I want you to read Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter. And I want you to read Ezra, 8th chapter. Ezra, the 8th chapter. Sorry for mispronouncing it. Ezra, the 8th chapter, okay? So I want you to read those and study about fasting. Here's the times. When you're experiencing struggles, prayer just not going to get you the answer. Prayer and fasting. And some people say, God is not answering my prayers, but sometimes he's calling us to go higher. He's calling us to do more. Pray and fast. And this Lent season shouldn't be the only time that you fast from things. I often find myself, if my son calls me and says, Mom, I have this going on, I say, okay, we need to pray and fast. I'm so glad my son is in tune to know, he'll say, well, I fasted today because I really needed God to answer some things. Teach your children about fasting, because as parents, we're not going to be on this earth forever. We're not. They need to know about prayer and fasting. They need to know what it is to be equipped to fight spiritual warfare and how to go through a spiritual battle. They need to know all those things, okay? So again, I want you, if you can, purchase this book, Fasting by John Eckhart. Purchase this book, Fasting by John Eckhart. You can buy it on Amazon. This is a great book. My book is highlighted and all sorts of things with that. So one of the last things that I want to talk about is, what's your motives for fasting? What's your motives for fasting? Fasting is a powerful tool if done correctly. Now, this is what John Eckhart says. Now, these are not my words. This is John Eckhart. He says, fasting is a powerful tool if done correctly. That's why it's important that you don't go around here and do it without a lack of humility. And what's your motives for fasting? What is your motives for fasting, okay? All of that should be written in your journal. My motives for fasting is XYZ. And that's why I'm saying you don't need to share your information. You don't have to tell everybody why you're fasting, okay? And then the last chapter that I would like for you to read is Isaiah chapter 58. Isaiah chapter 58 describes the fast that God has chosen, okay? Isaiah 58 describes the fast that God has chosen. First of all, it says fasting cannot be done with amusement. Okay? Fasting cannot be done with amusement. Fasting cannot be done with mistreating others. Fasting cannot be done mistreating others. Fasting cannot be done for strife or contention. Lord have mercy. Fasting cannot be done for strife or contention. Fasting should cause one to bow his head in humility like a bulrush. All of this is in Isaiah chapter 58. Fasting should be done a time of searching the heart and repenting. Fasting should be a time of searching the heart and repenting. Fasting should be done with an attitude of compassion for the lost and hurting. I just talked about that. Make sure you're not just fasting for yourself. Intercede for other people. Please intercede for other people. We have to stand in the gap for others. There's a lot of people that are going through things. So fast through them. For example, Nashville had that major tornado. So make sure that we are fasting for others. And it says, this is the fast that God promised to bless. The enemy knows the power of prayer and fasting and will do everything in his power to stop you. Believers who begin to fast can expect an encounter of much spiritual resistance. A believer must be committed to a fasted lifestyle. The rewards of fasting far outweighs the obstacle of the enemy. Again, this is in this book, Fasting, John Eckhart. Please get this book. This is a powerful book. Your book will look like mine's, highlighted and just all written in and written down. So I want you to go and study those chapters. I want you to go and reflect over those chapters. I want you to sit down and journal thoughts that you after reading those chapters. Okay? I love you all. Again, this is your Reverend doing a parent. I thank you so much. Invite someone to subscribe to the YouTube page, the YouTube channel. Invite some people to subscribe to Divine and God YouTube channel. A lot of times I do not post videos in the Facebook community because they are here, okay? Well, I love you all, and until next time, you all have a great, great day, and I hope this information has been helpful for you. Please leave comments on the YouTube channel. Please leave comments on the YouTube channel and share this information. Thank you, and until next time.